Hello. Happy Sunday. Welcome in, friends. How we doing? Hello. Had to wait for the ads then. Yeah, I always start the stream. I always start the stream with 3 minutes of ads because then it buys the next hour that we have without them. So I always start it because it's a starting soon screen. I like having it. I feel like it's been beneficial, allows people the opportunity to get in here and to get settled, and then before we get into the games and stuff. Yeah. Spider Dog, welcome in. Hello. Ma'am, hello. Truthful, hello. What's up, Irish? How are you? Today should be a blast. We're being graced with the presence of royalty. It's Coach and Aldi. The band's getting back together. Hey, Ghost, welcome in. Finally caught a stream after watching endless amounts of videos. I appreciate you watching so many videos, dude. Thank you. I appreciate it. Eliza, hello. How are you? Chesney plays Phaz? I know. She's not going to know what to do. She's not going to have any clue. It's been so long. She had to update her game. Finally, a headphone winning. Aldi. I have royal blood. Aldi, it's just what I hear from the streets, man. I just go off of what I hear. Yeah. Let me try to catch up a little bit. Kimmy, thank you for the 13 months. Boromir, thank you for the sub. Thank you so much. Alt, thank you for the 26 tier 3. My God. I need to figure out something to give tier 3s. I don't know what it is. It could be Discord related. I just have to figure out what. Iris, thank you so much. Welcome in. Cash, thank you for the 2 months. Mayor, how are you, friend? How is everything? I want to talk to, at some point I'm going to talk to you and Vin again about the whole lethal thing. I really don't know if I figure it out. Phoenix. Hello, friend. Rafa, hello. Yes. We need to get all the peeps. Get Phoenix in on it. Get Moon and Glay, all the homies. Get everybody in on it. It would be so fun. Fate, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Ghost, welcome in. Alt, thank you for the gifted. Sailor, thank you for the biddies. Mystic, thank you for the 7 months. My God. Just opened Phaz on the PS5. Nice. GG's. I see why push to talk is helpful. I'll leave it to Coach to cackle. Listen, that is forever a moment that is, even though she got me at the moment, it's still really funny to look back at. Yeah. I almost made it, but she got her and Aldi got because of that cackle. Yeah. Mace, thank you for the subs, and Sailor, thank you. You still use open mic? If you want to keep it, the reason I don't use open mic, and I think respectfully it makes sense, is because I don't want them to have to listen to me talk to you guys. As in, like, the entire time I'm talking to you guys, them having to hear it. That's why I don't do open mic. That is why. If it was like offline and I was just playing Phaz, I would do open mic. I do, actually. Oh my God. Alt, guys, thank you. Want to play more Phaz? Don't have friends. But friends don't want to play. You can always check out different places, Beck. Baitbeck, you can always check my Discord. You can check the official Phaz Discord. You can try public lobbies. I know it's a hit or miss situation. Some people are very particular about the people that join their lobbies, which is really weird. But lots of places to look. Many a place. Hi, Tika. Excited about the new update? Yes, I know. I'm so excited. I'm just excited that we have a date. I'm excited that we know that it's this month. That excites me probably more than anything. It's getting very close. So that is exciting. When is the new update? The 24th, Noah, of this month. Not long. Hi, Halogen. Yeah, not long at all. Yeah, it's going to be great. Many excites. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. There's going to be so much stuff. They stated this is going to be one of the biggest updates that they've ever had. That's how much stuff is going to be in this. Yeah. Tell me which cam you're using. I am using a Sony A5100. Yep. Sony A5100 with a Sigma. I always forget. I think it's a 16 millimeter 1.4 aperture lens. That's how I get the depth of field. And my room is not that big. It's really not. But that's why this lens has more depth to it than my other lens did, because my other lens was a stock lens. And I think the lowest aperture I could get was like 3.4 or almost 4. So it's a better lens. It's sharper. Sharper. But thank you guys. Welcome in. Hello. I'm so excited for today. I'm always excited. Now, look, I pushed for today. Coach and I, Coach, me, Aldi, we were going to push for like Friday, this upcoming Friday. But I thought, it could be better because I know, like, listen, they go to sleep early and they wake up early. So it's like, well, what if we played on a Sunday where it's in the middle of the day? Gosh dang it. Taco Cat, thank you for the 7 months. Thank you, Break. Thanks for attacking us. Sir, yes, sir. I salute royalty. Sunday's going well, friend. Later today, we're going to go see the new Lilo and Stitch movie with the fam. Not what's happening. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited. As a Disney fan, I'm excited. Damn right, you salute. Oh my God. Well, I can't do it in game, Aldi. I don't know what to do. I got to do it here. We have to 07 in the chat because I can't do it in the game. Maybe they'll add that ability later on, Or I could do it in VR, but I don't have VR set up. What is a game mode to get good XP without dying all the time? That's very subjective to the player. Because a way to get good XP is to do very high multiplier runs, but do them where you can do them very quickly. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday. Great movie. I heard it's, I've heard mixed opinions. I heard the diehards are like upset with it because they don't have certain things. But, I was never a diehard Lilo Stitch. Like, I liked it. It was a great movie, but yeah. Can we leave now? Yeah. I love some of these moments because I was there for those. I might have created some of them. Yeah. Oh my goodness, guys, thank you so much. I had no idea that I saw it from Blondie that there was apparently discounts on 5 gifted or above, I guess now. I don't know why they're doing it. I didn't click on the banner. I saw the banner, but I don't know what it said. Do we know what role I was supposed to get for the Heart Society? Oh, Taco, I'm going to be trying to do it this week, friend. Yeah, I've got to go back through a laundry list of peeps to give the role. I have the role created. I just have to hand it out. Yeah. Coach is an icon. And she gets asked about all the time. Yes, she does. You like Nightmare Mode? As do I. I love Nightmare Mode. I do too. Yeah. Excited for the Phasmophobia movie? I am excited. Somebody went and told Colin, by the way, from Colin, Withering Witch, thank you for the sub. Somebody went and told Colin, lied to him and said that I auditioned for the movie. I'm going to go ahead and open Phas now, though. There has been 0 auditions for the movie. I don't, to be honest with you, as cool as it would be to do like some sort of a nod to the creators, I don't think they should involve any of them. Moved to a new location since I last saw you stream. Finally have my own. You have your own space. Let's go. I don't think they should include any of the creators, in my opinion. Because if they include any of them, you're going to have a bunch of people that are sour because they weren't included. Just include nobody. I don't want anyone in it. Nope. I want no association to a particular creator. No. Has a script even been written? Probably not. No. There's just the idea of it is there. Nito, thank you so much for the biddies. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Coach and Aldi, I don't know if you guys are aware of this. We figured it out not too long ago that you're able to join me without me needing to even send you a code. I don't know if you know that. My scream needs to be in the movie. I'd be okay with that. Like a really distant, muffled Coach scream. That'd be pretty funny. I think it would improve it. Start playing Phas with me. Heaven, loving the content. Learn about the ghosts and game better. Let's go. You play with your kiddos? That's awesome. Heck yeah. Nightmare, thank you for the... That's our coach. My God. Doc's song should be in it. I feel like they're not going to do that. Yeah. Are you a yokai? Credits. Juju, thank you for the biddies. Random question. Is there a toy from your childhood you don't have now, but want to buy again? For me, I had an American Girl Molly doll. We had a house fire. Never got it back. Oh, Juju. And I ordered it on Friday. So now I'm going to cry. Oh my God, Juju, that's awesome. You're getting it back. As for a toy from my childhood, I think one that I've talked about recently was a Talk Boy. I remember I got a Talk Boy for Christmas. I don't know whatever happened to it, but we used it to torture my sister on Christmas Day. Yeah, we literally tied her to a chair and made her curse into it so that we could go show my parents to get her in trouble. This was on Christmas Day. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. It was great. It's evil. It's evil, but when you're two brothers with a sister, I mean, come on. Yeah. So we were like, Mom, look, Mom. And we started playing it and they're like, oh, Nicole. We released her afterwards. It was fine. Relax. We let her go. But a Talk Boy was great. It was a lot of fun. Listen, she did a lot of mean crap to me. She deserved it. They always tried to pick on me as the youngest, but I always was smarter than them and could get back at them way better. Because I got down to their core. I messed with their psyche. They might like throw one of my Goosebumps books, but I make them think about something I did for like a week. Torture, you mentioned. Perks of being the youngest? No, I was never. It was nope. Not in my house. I never got it easy as the youngest. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No worries, Umber. You're good. Psychological torture. That's correct. No, I never got it easy, man. That's why I always worked really hard, because I knew that I wasn't going to get it easy. I grew up with 3 brothers, and then my mom got married, and I gained 3 stepsisters. Hey, yo. That means you have more on your team. More on your team. Like Izzy calls it. She calls it, what does she call it? She says girls team whenever it's like her against the boys. I was not a jerk little brother. No, they were mean to me. They were mean to me. I'm like, I was never, both of my siblings, like my sister did a lot of really bad things as a child that basically got her kicked out of the house. My brother was bought a car. All kinds of stuff. I never got that. I never got that luxury. That was never given to me. Kate! Kate, thank you for the subs. Oh my Lanta. My dad has 7 kids, 5 brothers, 1 sister. My God. Oh my God. That's a lot. Twin sister, older sister. Minute older than the twin. Technically the middle child. I got so much crap. 1 of 12? Holy moly. How much time do people have on their hands? That is nuts. All right. Today we are playing with the amazing, lovely, fantastic, half loud, half sarcastic. I'm calling for one of each. Amazing peeps. We are playing with Aldi and we're playing with Coach today. And I'm so excited. It's been a while. We've been wanting to play more and more games. Everybody's been busy, man. Yeah. Playing with the couple. I am playing with the couple. Yes. The amazing couple. I'll keep it down. Thank you, Aldi. Can you tell Coach to stop being so sarcastic? Kind of hurts my feelings. Hold on. Before I do, wait, go back. I like to do a check on this every now and then. If you guys want to do something really, really fun, I have a big suggestion for you to do if you want to have some fun. When you go through here, if you ever see any of these lobbies say anything about selling levels, what you do is you join, report them, and then just keep moving on. It's a lot of fun. It's a jam, because then they get banned and then they have to buy another account and they're wasting the money that they just earned. It's the way to go. But yeah, I don't see anything here. Nothing bad. We're good. Oh, it's great. It's a lot of fun. I would recommend that everybody do it. Yeah, these losers that are using cheating and hacking to try and get other players' levels by selling it for $5, ban them. Because then they have to buy the game for $20. Idiot. Headphone warning. It's very important. But I don't know, though. It's been, no, it's been not that bad. I feel like it improved at one point. Kate, thank you so freaking much, friend. Thank you, guys. Oh, my word. I don't even know what level it's at. I can't see. Level 9. Good gravy. Money farm? Yes. By cheating and hacking?
What do you
yes.
mean improved?
Like as in, it's not as like instantly loud. It's like, I don't know. It's better.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the levels are good. Like they're nice. They're clean.
Oh.
They're good.
Okay.
Hi, Midnight.
I'm glad they're clean. I took a shower today.
Finally. Damn. How'd you convince her?
I said she was stinky.
Oh, you stinky. Fine, I'll do it. Moon! Oh my god. Well, it's been a while.
Well,
been a minute.
has.
I mean, you had to update your game.
I had to delete shit so I could put the update on my computer.
My
inventory
god.
was full.
Shut up.
All them DVD downloads. Really takes it out of you. All right. Let me go over here. What is that?
Wait, are we doing Nightmare?
We can't. You want to start with Pro?
Let's start with
For
Pro, 'cause
funsies?
It's been
Yeah.
like a hot
Yeah.
minute since I've played. Okay, cool.
I love it.
It's been 84 years.
Oh my god. All right, let's go this. Do this. Do this. All right, I'm just getting things and stuff ready, friends. She's all right. Output. Go there. There. Save. Click. Click. Clickety click. Okay. It should be good. Should be good. Granny, hello. Good. Colin, what's up, friends? All right. So, well, I have to leave it up to you guys to choose the maps first.
Willow.
I'm whatever. Cool with me. Little Willer Street. I'm down, Charlie Brown. I'm not going to upgrade the headgear. I have a lot of tier 3 stuff. We're almost to the way of having all of it. Almost. Willer Street. Hey, Ribs, what's up? Fluzz, thank you for the super chat, dude. Good old Willer Street. All right. You ready? Ooh, Aldi.
Yeah.
Alfonso.
Yeah. Wait. Aldi what?
He's messing with his ID cards.
Oh.
Never stays.
No?
Oh, yeah, it doesn't stay anymore for me either.
That's weird. It should.
It just comes.
Got her. Just a sigh. Mental, welcome in, dude. All right. We have a Tim Roswell, motion sensor, crucifix, and EMF. All right. Bring in a photo camera. Ready to get a photo.
Stop. Let me see your. Let me see your shoulder.
All right.
What is that?
It's a growth. I'm trying. I'm sensitive about it.
Well,
Damn.
it's very pretty.
Thank
It's
you.
Okay.
Doctor said that we'll remove it next week. No, Vaish, no, not right now, but she obviously does. Yes. Follow both of these beans. Artsy, I'm good. Oh, sad.
Yeah. Don't even think about it.
I have not. Please recall the last time I did.
I don't remember.
It's been so long. Basement ghost. Yeah, probably. All right. Oh, I thought the ghost touched that. All right, power's on. Tired, late flight. Ooh. I heard Nanor. It was here. Right here. Yeah. We don't need a photo of the ghost, so we don't need to save any, per se. Is that a coach? Yes. Oh, I see. Fine, whatever. Oh.
Sorry, I was looking for Prince.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were shutting me out.
Prince.
I'm sensitive. Please don't show up. 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 Okay. I was clicked away from the game. No goo. Anti-goo. All right. I'm ready for it to show up. Tim. Timothy. Hey, you're me. What's up? Think the house is haunted? Nah, I don't think so. Oh, it is pro. Yeah, I don't know though. Like some of the pro games I've had have been crazy. The ghosts go absolutely bonkers. And with friends, I am. Tim. Timothy. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. He was like in
Now
me when he
you-
yelled that.
Now you know what I have to deal with every freaking day.
Just Timmy.
Timmy.
Oh my God. Ooh, Fiverr.
Oh. Ooh.
I don't know what it's. I don't know what it's doing though. Oh, something in there and so. Minora again.
Hey! Do we have UV here by chance? No.
No, all these checked and didn't have any. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say no writing because it immediately threw the book.
Yeah, it threw the book.
APD.
There's
Oh, it
no
did.
writing.
Okay. We are playing on pro, so we can go ahead and cross it off.
Yeah.
No orbicals, I presume?
I didn't see any. No.
Wraithoni twins? Wraithoni twins? Hi, Sparkle. Wraithoni twins. All right, for now. Hey, Talon, what's up?
Look at it.
I got it. Holy hell. You guys saw dots? Hold on. They thought they saw dots. I'm gonna...
Okay, you're slick.
What? It was... What? It scared me. It was like muffled in the corner.
That was really good.
That was weird. Possible dots. 100% dots. Really?
Are you here?
Do we have salt?
I can go grab some.
Okay. What the hell? What the hell? 95%. It's a Wraith. Okay, we'll go check. I'm gonna get a smudge just in case for safety. Yeah. We're just basing it off of what we don't have. And if you guys saw dots, we already have EMF 5. So EMF 5 spirit box and dots would be a Wraith. All right, let me get a smooge, a firelight, and we need a crucifix point. Whoa, game. Hello. There we go. The new tier 1 drone. I hope that, you know, that's one thing that they added to Ghost Watchers that honestly, while it's cool, I just am not a fan of. I don't know. It's kind of annoying to listen to the drones the whole time in that game.
What, Aldi?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I mean, I don't know.
He's Batman.
He's always Batman.
Yeah, but he's the bestest Batman.
That's true.
Ghosty.
Although, sometimes he's Ghostface.
Touche. Hey, we need a crucifix. You know what? I could go find out what the cursed possession is. Ah. No Frank. Never mind.
Oh.
I don't...
I know, Moon Bunny, I know.
Did I get this in time? Yeah, boy. I did.
Is it a Wraith?
Oh, it is a mirror. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm assuming right now.
That's confirmed. Perfect.
There he is. Specking, welcome in. What?
Do you see me run into the...
Yes, you took off. What's it gonna do? It's a Wraith. It's fine. It's gonna burn this crucifix. I'm gonna get another photo. Oh. Oh, hi, Ghost. Do it again.
It's so spicy.
It's so spicy. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4. Daisy, thank you, friend. Hey, what's up, Nikki? There it is. Interaction. Got it. All right.
It's like burning.
What's that smell, Mom? I mean, I'm pretty convinced because we have all the evidence that we need. Oh, we're good. We can leave. We out of here, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Lauren Peggy? Hi, friend. Couple of quiet friends, my anus. Boldface lies. Didn't you get you got the bone early, yes? Yeah, there it is.
Yes.
Sweet. All right, everybody got Rafe? right, let's get out of here. Let me join. No. We did get the bone. Yes, we did. We got all the things. All the tags. They're not obviously quiet shade. What are you talking about?
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Nice. Nice, nice,
Yeah.
nice. Do you want to stick with pro and go to another one?
Up to you. Doesn't matter. I'm fine with that.
Okay. You chose Willers. Aldi, do you want to pick one?
Aldi.
Where's Doc? At his house. Leezy. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh
all right.
yeah.
It's a great
I love
map.
Bleasdale.
It is a great map. I am doing great, Shadow. How are you? 10 months later. Hey, Dom. Welcome in.
We're here. Take a look at the equipment and
What's up,
prepare
Yona?
accordingly before starting
Donna.
investigation.
Motion sensor parabolic event.
Donna.
Donna.
Fuck!
Hello, Mada. Hello, Donna. Coach's favorite weather? It is. Listen, I think Vog is growing on her. I think she's, oh God, I think she's kind of full of it.
I mean, she plays DPD. There's enough fog there.
Right? So many whispers.
What?
Oh, stupid pool door. All right, power's not here.
The only fog I like is DBD.
Dibba, 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 dibba. Let's go check out the powers back here. Maybe. Yippee skippy. Oh, my Lanta.
Oh my god.
I don't have a photo camera.
That was supposed to be on onlyfeet.com. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. We'll forgive. That's okay. All day. Take a picture of Coach's feet.
Oh, we're just giving out for free now?
But the first one's free. All right. I'm going to try to listen to the parabolic, see if I can find this thing. Matthew. Hi, friend. No, you're fine. Wait. Coach, did you walk outside? No. Aldi, did you just take a crap?
Yeah, hold on, wash my hands.
This motion sensor light's going off. There's no one back here. There's no one back here and the motion sensor light's going off.
The fuck? Wait a minute. It doesn't get us, does it?
No, it does. It does, but it also reacts to the ghost. To give a ghost there? I might. Why is it all of a sudden? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yep. Yep. It's back here. All right. It's back there. It's either here or it's back in that little patio area, Aldi. Hey, what's up, Shelly? Tara, thank you so much for the 2 months. Hello, evening. Hi, how are you? All right. Let's go get more stuff. We need to figure out where this ghosty is. Is there a werewolf howl Easter egg? I don't think it's an Easter egg. I think it's just part of the ambiance. Yeah. I think it's just part of the ambiance. Scooby, welcome in. All right, let's get that. Did we confirm with temperatures where it is?
Yeah, it was like 8 degrees
Well, where?
on the patio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Autumn. Before I play wait. Come in to say hi before I play Phaz. Before streaming. Hello, Kitty. Let's go. Great stream game. Great stream game. I know from experience. Bonus orbs? Maybe. We're about to go find out. Any herbs? Oh, I see my breath finally. There we go. All right, let's do book here.
Are you here?
Yes.
Where are you?
I'm right here. I'll put this here. Hold on. Which map? The Bleasdale. We'll do that. Let's give that a whirl.
All right.
Unfortunately, you can't turn that off unless you literally turn off the power to the entire house, which sucks. I wish there was a switch for that motion sensor light so you could just turn it off as you please. T, thank you, friend. Hi. Aura, how are you? Ghastly?
There's actually a camera there? No.
Yes, I just wanted to put another one there.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah, we definitely could have checked for orbs from the other camera. I forgot, okay? I literally forgot. I'm sorry.
It's okay. The best of us do it all the time.
My Atlanta.
Although we could get one, we could face this one the other way.
Ooh, I could. That way we don't have that followed by that. Yeah, I can go move it. All right.
Wait,
I have
does
us.
he need to move?
No,
Does
the
he move?
cameras are both facing
We're being
basically the
big
same
brain.
direction.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna go put some salt down. May I ask why everything is very bright? I don't know. I'm just, the game brightness I have turned up, but I don't have any filters or anything on it. I see you back there, Ghosty. Relax. Relax, relax, relax. Hey, we have writing.
Aw, that's cute.
When the ghosties rockin', don't come a knockin'. Here, I'll give Aldi wants a different angle. Aldi's that better?
Yeah, still no orbs.
Damn it. Oop, I heard the steppy. Heard, oh, ultraviolet. She almost went turtle. You almost went Turtle Man on that one. How can the ghost be outside the house? Because it's technically part of the map. Is this open? Okay. She want to say hi. I'm not interested in her highs. Polty Demon Myling. Ooh. We have Polty Demon or Myling. Smell her breath. No, hello. Which map is this? This is the revamped Bleasdale. It's been out for a little bit now. I do need parabolic though.
Are you interested
got
in
it.
my lows?
Am I interested in what?
You said I'm not interested in her highs. Are you interested in my lows?
I heard something completely different.
I'm out. I quit. I quit. Call it Myling. I don't know. It is on Pro. We'll switch to Nightmare, but we just are doing Pro for funsies.
Do something, please.
Okay, so you didn't get
Ghosty?
Spirit Box.
Come grab all these ass, please. Okay, thanks.
Little.
It was a slow turn for me.
Oh. She wants you to come sit down.
Aldi.
Donna, I think Coach wants to say hi.
Coach doesn't want to.
She brought snacks.
I did. I brought cakes. Who doesn't like cake? Oh wait, don't answer that.
Wow, dude. You know, listen. My children, like my entire family had birthdays within the past like month. I tried each and every one of them. I tried every cake that was had because I thought it was polite. And one of them was not that bad because it wasn't like super dry like a damn sponge.
Which one?
There was like a confetti cake or something.
Oh,
Yeah, it was not that bad.
nice. I'm proud of you.
I wonder, okay, I'm gonna need someone to try Spirit Box in a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna go, unless, okay, someone needs to turn the power off because we're not gonna be able to check for Spirit Box with this damn motion sensor light.
On it.
Appreciate you. Not a cake break. Yeah, I'm not either. I'm really not. Stellar, thank you for the freaking sub. If it is Spirit Box. Polty, that's not doing anything? Where are you? Are you here? Never mind. We have EMF5. It's a Myling. Cake is so fire, though. No, it's not. I am a pie person. Yeah, I really am. Little Shadow. Thank you for the bits. Bankruptcy. All right, we have no photos. We need to get to work.
Yeah, I don't know what the curse.
But we found the bone though already, which is lovely. Jay,
You don't
thank
like
you for the
brownies either,
raid.
do you?
Huh?
You don't like brownies either?
No. I'd rather eat cake than a brownie.
What?
I would rather have cake than a
Brownies
brownie.
are just kind of like really dense cake.
Brownies are like trash.
What?
Man, really
That was almost why is it spicy? What?
Oh my god.
All right, I'm getting more salt to take photos. Look, again,
Oh,
it's just
God.
more. How dare you? All right, we need more stuff. I don't know what the cursed is, but we need more salt photos, so I'm gonna go put stuff down. We don't need you to hunt. So I'm gonna do this. Wait, we don't need to hunt. No, we're good. There we go. No, listen. That's just more for you guys, okay? Would a DVD player be good at this game? I don't know. She played Phas a lot before she played DVD.
Player would be good at this game.
Yeah. I said you played a lot of Phas before you got into DVD.
Oh yeah, I've got 4,000 hours in fact.
Hey yo, is there a glacius?
What the hell?
Oh really?
Was that legit?
I mean, yeah, that's the ghost playing the piano. If you do this, hold on. Look. Yeah.
You silly ghosty.
Glacius! Hi, friend. All right, where's it walking around?
I don't know.
It has not walked in this salt, but I wonder if it's because it's too far inside. Okay, yeah, it's still outside. There we go. Hey, Lo, what's up? All right, I'm gonna go turn the power back on. And then we need to save Josie. Smiling it is. It is. Jack, welcome in. Love Coach's reactions, and she's so funny. All right. The juice is loose.
Oh please, please don't, please don't. Have you seen Beetlejuice?
Was that the... You silly little biatch.
Breaker, but I found the cursed object.
I have. Oh, what's the cursed?
Mirror.
Ooh, another mirror. We have a mirror. So if we want to make it hunt, we can.
No.
All right, Josie is out there. Okay, good. You correctly guessed smiling. Nice. All right, silly little ghosty. There we go. This should be the one. Take advantage. Cool. Why does light seem so bright? You got me? I've changed nothing. I've changed diddly squat. Maddie, welcome in. We have all the evidence. We have all the stuff. We have all the... We can leave again without another hunt. Again. Hi, Josie. All right. We have to increase the difficulty. We're getting done with these too fast. All right. We have to do Nightmare. These are going too quick.
Okay. Wait, what?
All right. This is the second hunt in a row where we didn't actually have the ghost hunt. And we have perfect game again.
Is that a problem?
Yes.
Oh.
Where are the steaks?
Yeah. Medium rare, dude.
Oh god, I can't eat steak.
Well, why not? Ice cream. Oh, that sounds great. Ice cream cookie sandwich? Oh my god. It's 8 a.m. Okay. You're an
I don't
adult,
like
Clay.
steak.
No?
Not really.
Oh, love steak.
I wish
Love
I did. I'm just not a huge steak fan. That and everyone makes fun of me because it's got to be well done.
Ugh.
I know.
I
I
can-
can't have it with pink. It makes me gag. I hate you guys.
Flavor is.
I hate you guys so much.
You hear that, Aldi? Can't have it with pink because it makes her gag.
I hate it here. I freaking hate it here.
All right, my turn.
Sorry, Aldi. Please. Okay.
All right, we're gonna do a nightmare at Edgefield. That feels appropriate.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. You want to know why it's fine?
Why?
Eat a rare steak all day. I would rather eat that. Yeah.
All right, we're here.
That's why.
Take a look at the
That's
equipment and prepare
Wait, what?
accordingly
All right.
before starting
Sophie
the
Barton.
investigation.
But it better not be fucking foggy.
There's been no reports of
It's
violence
fine.
or
See?
sightings, but please remain
And not to mention, if it was, you'd have to walk like 10 feet to get to the front door anyway, so it wouldn't be that bad. All right. Sophie Barton, ghost event, incense, and a firelight. I'm going to bring a firelight with me. I've been liking trying to get side objectives really, really early. It's been my jam. I don't know. It's a nice little different approach. Hey, did Aldi find the monkey paw?
I got my paw.
Oh no, somebody took his paw. All right. So. Oh, Ghost is here?
Yeah, Ghost is here. God damn it.
That was a surprise. I wasn't sure what he wished for, and then I was like, oh, it's Aldi. Never mind. I know what he wished for.
You see, I wasn't
Freak!
originally gonna do it, but then she's like, I hope it's not foggy. And I'm like, you know what? Let's go see if it's the paw.
Worth it. 100%. 100%. Freak, thank you for the 4 months. Oh my god. All right, why don't, if it's here-ish. Oh, okay. 13 degrees. 14 degrees. 13 degrees. It's not that,
shit.
it's not that cold. We ain't found shit. Oh, it's here. It's 6 degrees over here.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's just roaming out into the hall, Aldi. Yep. It's angry.
I thought I
HR
saw
chucking
you.
stuff.
You did it.
Ew. Eee. Hey, Wolfpack, how are you? Did he wish for fog? He did. He did. Which is fantastic. It's so funny. There's a there's an older clip of us being, we were on Camp Woodwind. I think it was Camp Woodwind. And she's like, I hope it's not foggy, after we knew that it was fog. And then she walked out onto the ramp and her voice was muffled. And you just hear her yell, fog. We're playing on a nightmare right now, Shadow. Yeah. Sausage roll. Hello. Playing with other people today? I am. I am playing with Aldi and I'm playing with Coach. You're playing with Aldi Barrett and with Coach Chesney. 2 amazing, lovely beings. Coach, co-founder of Midnight Society with me. All right. We know what room it is. We have a lot of evidence in there. I'm going to bring photo camera for the ghost photo. And wait, I need to put dots in there, don't I? Oh, never mind. Still remember that? Oh, it's so funny. I think we did that, I assume. Doing good. All right, put some dudeskies in here. Oh, that's good. Put the writing over here so we can see it maybe from the camera, and then the ghost is gonna spawn right now. Only they can watch because of time zones. That's fair. I understand. It's very, very late for some people on the other days. Can the dots ever be placed on the ceiling? Yeah, I don't know if they can in this room. Some rooms you can, some rooms you can't. Yeah, but then like you can put it on the walls here. Some places you can put it on the ceiling. You just have to find the right rooms and the right spots. Not everywhere. It's kind of weird. We'll put it there. We're talking about pie versus cake while playing Phas, and apparently I wish to have cake and sound like I wish to escape. Oh, really? It's pretty funny to do monkey paw wishes, or just say something stupid to the monkey paw and see what it does. It's like roulette.
I want to try it. Wait, no, I don't want to try it because I'll get us all killed.
But it'd be funny though.
But
Do I have a
try
smudge?
it?
Wait, hold on. Let me get a smudge. I like it. She's going to wish for something random. Like wishing to go on a date with Chinggis. Apparently makes the ghost hunt. I have a lighter. I do. I does. I'll put a crucifix in here. Just, it's not going to stop the cursed hunt, but still. Okay. All right. I have a smudge at the ready and I have a photo camera at the ready.
All right. I wish for cake. God damn it.
Try something else. Really obscure.
What? Fuck off. Wow. Wow.
You have to wish for something else.
For the ghost to kill Aldi.
Well, you don't get the insurance money.
This is true.
Did you hear it? It's like...
It said, ugh.
What can I wish for? I wish for anything. I wish for random.
Wish for something stupid.
Oh, fuck.
We already did that.
Oh, is it crawling? I can't see it. Miss Pro, thank you for the 14 months. Ghost is gonna get, I'm pretty sure the ghost already got somebody. I'm fairly certain I heard a distant, muffled scream and then a choking sound. She wished for anything? No, she tried. She tried and it didn't work. Get that. Let's go find her. I don't.
Well, that's on.
I don't think the ghost is there anymore. Oh, because it's 6 degrees in the hallway.
Of course it is. It's Edgefield. It's always in the hall.
Oh, it's a good thing I just put that there. Oh my god, I just placed it. Do we have any evidence?
UV.
Oh, okay. This over here. Should I wish for something with the monkey paw? What should I wish for? I feel like I need to wish for something. Cookies? Raw eggs? What the hell? For life? We know about that one. We can do that next. No, it needs to be dumb. I wish for Coach's left shoe. What? What? What the hell is going on? Hi. Hold on. Wait.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready.
What the hell just happened?
We played Nightmare.
Team wipe.
It was too easy.
Damn it, I should have wished for the right shoe. The left shoe apparently killed me. So, okay, so that brought you back to life and got me. And then the ghost was hunting in the middle of that, got Aldi, and then also got you. All right.
Oh, it hurts.
You know, we should switch to Nightmare. It's so much easier. No, Pro's too easy. We got to really, really up the ante. Aldi, don't run away. It's okay.
I just want to know if I got a ghost photo or not.
Oh, I guess we're not going to know. Oh,
But
man.
somebody died.
Don't you play me.
Twice. You forgot to mention twice.
Oh. Hey.
Oh,
night,
man.
guys?
Yes, because the ghost... Yeah, the ghost got you. I brought you back, and then it got you again. Damn it. Well, wasn't that just interesting? Rylan, welcome in. What's up, Snow? Oh, my God. All right, redemption. It's redemption time.
Ready up.
Oh my god. All right, let's go. Holy moly. We've arrived. Susan Huntley. Oh, that's what we need. Someone with the name Huntley. EMF, photo, and incense. All right.
I promise I'm normal. I'm not low or high. So,
I'm
I'm normal.
I'm not low or high.
There is no normal here.
Touche, salesman. Touche. That was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Susan, please don't Huntley. That I peeked. It's the one that has the green poster above the bed.
I thought you said I.
Is that over here?
You should have gone before we left.
Listen, dude. Yeah, it's here.
Yeah. Hello,
right.
Ghosty.
All
I'll
right.
with your balls.
I'll leave you two alone.
Hey! Are you here? Where are you? How old are you?
Come on, Ghost. She offered.
Here, can I play with your balls? Jesus.
Ghost, she's ready. Here, I'll flush the toilet. I'll flush the toilet. Hold on. All right, go.
Are you ready? I'm gonna play with your balls. Okay, maybe not. Hey, what?
There's a photo to delete. I don't know what that's supposed to be of. Susan Huntley. Susan.
Move on. 2.1.
She ain't having it. Susan Huntley. Susan. Susan. Susan Huntley. Susan. Did you just throw this? Yahtzee. Susan. All right, I'll come back for you. Please don't event while I'm away. Susan Huntley. Susan Hunt me. All right. Yeah. Mirror, mirror in my hand. That's right. Hey, Vertex. Coach and Aldi are always good fun. They are always amazing fun. Alrighty. Let's get a smudge. Let's get a crucifix. And let's also get dots. I like it. I like it. I have ads that are trying to play. I'm probably going to snooze them. Probably going to snooze them.
We have ghost testicle.
Huh. Asking these shall receive?
How is that not a picture of a cursed object?
Because there already is a picture of the cursed object.
Well, shit.
I'm going to put this... writing.
Writing.
I'll put it over here. This will be better. Yeah, that way if it walks out of the room, we're at the ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I forget what I was gonna say.
To the ghosty?
That's a 4. Yeah.
Well, you were asking about his balls for a good while.
Oh, listen. That's why it didn't respond to me. It's Susan.
Oh, wait. You did say we had ghost testicles. Was there anything else?
No.
Oh, writing. Stupid. It's a mere
what do
Revy
you
or a
have
thing.
besides- Oh shit.
It's a nightmare. We're not going to get any more. Just ready for that photo.
Here we go. I'm gonna have to deal with this the whole time. Where's our third piece of evidence, bitch? It's nightmare.
Okay, this is an internal argument I was not ready for you to have. Come on! Show up for the photo, stupid! Hello? Please do the ting. Why won't you show up? The mirror is not going to be helpful because it's just going to cause a cursed hunt. Camera shy? They're always camera shy. What if I go in here? No need to be shy, Ghosty. We're just here taking photos for realty purposes. Click the lights multiple times. You got it. It didn't work for me. Maybe I need to go turn the other radio off. Wait. Son of a bitch. It was in the room. It sounded like it was over there. Hi. Nailed it. 4 photos. Hello. Little Spills, thank you for the lyric. Oh, we got the bone. I saw the picture. I saw the photo of it. Ghost, why are you like... Hey, Strike. Hey, it's playing with the balls. It's all the way over there. I don't think I can get a 3-star with that. Ghost. Any day. You have not evented a single time. Not once. Maybe he doesn't want me. I think the ghost wants Coach to take the photo. What'd you say? Monroy, thank you for the follow. Come on. Oh, now I can take the photo. Yeah. All right, here you go.
I said fuck steak.
Oh, okay. I have a smudge. We're fine.
Oh, okay. Susan! Susan, I'm gonna need you to show up. Come on, Susan. Susan! Oh.
It's throwing stuff, but it is not showing up.
Throw all the shit, Susan. Fine, don't.
I found out why it's the pinned comment of the headphone warning. It has not evented a single time.
What would that make it?
I mean, if it's a really aged Thay, maybe, but the fact that it hasn't done really anything the entire time,
yeah,
just means it's a butthole.
Butthole. Hey, ma'am, you're a butthole.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hasn't turned on the lights, so we can't just cancel out a mare. Hold on.
Right.
Run! Run! I wasn't ready. She didn't get the photo. It's chasing Aldi. It's a rev. And now Aldi. Oh no, my team. My team. How'd it miss the cruci? I don't know, because the crucifix is literally in the room. Yeah, so about that. If the mirror's... That's true. I should go check and see if Aldi messed with the mirror. Because look at this. Look at this coverage. Look at this. There's no way, right? There's no way, right? I gotta go check the mirror. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. There's no way the ghost would have missed. There's no shot. And I heard the ghost charging in the basement. Aldi. Where is it? You sneaky son of a... Look what you did. I'm rubbing your face in it. I'm rubbing your face in it. This son of a bitch. Look what he did. Well, I can't exactly bring you guys back, but we definitely know what it is. So I'm going to get Revy and get out. Oh, look, it's the consequence of my actions. It's perfect timing because ads are coming anyway. So that's fine. Crazy, welcome in, Blue Comet, Destiny, hello. All right, make sure you got Revy marked. Yay. What ghost is it? It was a Revenant. It was very, very slow without any line of sight. And then all of a sudden it just took off whenever it saw a player, which I heard it do with Aldi, but we heard how slow it was in the middle of the hunt anyway. She's about to yell at him.
She didn't mark Revenant.
No, I did.
Oh, then what was the damn it for?
Because you fucking killed me.
It wasn't intentional.
Okay,
I was just trying to help
please
with the ghost
explain.
But funny story.
Go on.
So I was downstairs in the locker. I was prepared. I knew what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
The door closed. When you heard Granny speed up in the basement, I had the door closed. So I guess she saw me somehow.
Oh, weird. She somehow sensed you?
I
Good.
don't know. But
Damn.
my locker door was closed. There was no.
Guys, I'm going to run 3 minutes of ads right now. So that way you guys don't miss much, okay? I'm running 3 minutes of ads right now. I have to do it every hour. I'm going to go ahead and run them now. Man. You know, I was a little confused as to why the crucifix wasn't eaten. It didn't really make that much sense. But now, it makes perfect sense. Hi, Song.
Just trying to help.
Face reveal when? The second Tuesday of next week.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't think he was trying to help. I don't think he's trying to help. The Thay is also slow. It's only slow if you've aged it enough. Yeah. Hold again.
Wait,
Hello.
wait. Did he just say the second Tuesday of next week?
Yes. That's what my dad used to tell me when we would ask for stuff.
Oh, that's so sad.
Hey, can we have this? Yeah, second Tuesday next week. Okay. Wait a minute.
Horrible.
They also used to threaten to sell us to the gypsies if we didn't behave.
You know what? I've heard that one too.
Yeah.
I was just gonna get left behind.
My parents were great. Okay. Where to next?
Oh, I
Start the
don't
game.
know.
That's not
I
how
don't
this game
care.
works. You don't start the game. No, that's not how
I'm
this
just
works.
Probably gonna die.
What? Roxy, ew.
I'm just being a dick.
Mr. Fish, hello. Wow. Do you want, you know what? A nice classic tangle?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
Amount of times I was told to count.
I don't think I ever had Amazon
Crystal.
Tanglewood.
No, it's
about?
fine. Madison, thank you. Yeah, are you crying? I'll give you something to cry about. Yeah.
Wow.
All right. I think we're going to get a perfect game and everybody's going to live.
As long as someone doesn't touch the cursed object.
What if we need to, though?
Yeah. I was just trying to help get a ghost photo. Did it happen to just hunt at the same time?
Listen. He sounds very innocent. I got to give it to him. I think he's trying to be a
He
good
has
guy.
had 14 years to practice that.
I'm gonna get out of here. Mom and Dad are fighting. We're gonna run. Jerry Carey.
Oh, it is?
Jerry Carey.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Ant, thank you for the 6-month prime, dude. Thank you for the follows, guys. Nicole, Abby, welcome in. I'm gonna go, let me see. Am I still doing side quest guy? Motion, repel, and escape. All right, let's do, you know what? Only motion sensors. That's it. He is an innocent little bean. I would agree. That kind little soul. My favorite map is Willow. Any motion in the ocean? It's gonna be cold everywhere until we get the power on.
Oh god dang it.
Yeah. It's not walking around here right now.
We can hide in the garage lock.
That one just go off? It did. This one went off over here.
freaking mirror again. We have EMF 5, by the way.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know.
I think it interacted through the wall. I don't know what it did. How's that movie deal coming along? Colin, listen, man, my people got to talk to their people. We got to figure it out. Better hide the mirror. It's fine. T, thank you. Boneless. Colin, how are you, dude? Good to see you. How's that challenge coming, man? You've been doing the freaking start, like the tier 1, every difficulty, and it's nuts. Colin, how dare you? How dare you? Hey, Joshua, welcome. Where's this thing walking around? It's 4 degrees out here.
I don't know if it matters yet since the power's only been on for a hot minute. I did get breath in the nursery.
It's 2 degrees in the nursery too. I think that might be a safe bet. I think Ghosty's wandering a bit, but I think it might be here. I think you might be right. Don't even talk about it. Getting worse. Oh no. Oh no, don't get worse. Ah, yeah. Yeah, it's meandering inside of the nursery. We good. Hey, T, what's up, Sophia? Boneless, thank you for the subs, dude. You should do the funny joke from the last round with the mirror. No. What are you doing?
Nothing.
That sounded like a lie.
Uh-huh. It might have been on Amazon. Just
Oh
kidding.
my God.
Just kidding. I'm not allowed to be on Amazon anymore.
She said, I'm not allowed to be on Amazon anymore. Her permissions have been revoked. All right, crucifix is down. That'll save us as long as someone doesn't touch the mirror. Where are you?
I'm not allowed on Amazon anymore.
Are you here? Hello? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Are you close? Where are you? Nothing. Wait, where are you? Are you here? Okay, I thought it started to respond to me and I don't think it did. Dave, watch from the couch. What up, Mr. Dave? How are you, sir? How is everything going, my man? Just doing some fun friend games. We haven't had my friends Coach and Aldi in a while, so it is a blast to get to play with them. Hey, gamer, it's good, man. Angel of Doom, thank you for the 4 months. I give Coach the permission. You were given permission to go on Amazon, apparently.
I was?
Not from Aldi, but
Oh, who gave me permission?
someone in chat.
Oh.
Mayor,
Listen,
Mayor, it's not just that I had to update Phas to play, but it's the fact that I had to delete shit off my computer to update.
so, okay, I don't know. Okay,
Did you see those dots?
I did, and it's really weird. They're not like just walking normal. I swear to God, he's like side shuffling.
The ghost?
Yes, he was not walking straight. And his beef jerky man, by the way.
Every day he's shuffling.
Part ghost, part crab. Crab, crab, crab.
Hey, can you walk through the dots so I can see? I want to see you dancing.
Beef jerky, go show her the cakes. Oh,
Wait,
I
is
saw-
it?
no. I saw him for like a second. He was right next to me. Part ghost, part beef. Blech. Listen, R2, I need you to relax. What'd you say, song? I missed it. It went too fast. Doing a little soft shoe shuffle. Oh, okay. I'll just got back from Belgium. Gonna watch movies and eat junk food. Hell yeah. Oh, that sounds great. Hi, ducks. That sounds fantastic, Dave. We're taking the kiddos to go see the Lilo and Stitch movie later. We're excited. I just want to eat popcorn. That's really my only goal. But we get to see the movie too, which is great.
Yes, it's beef jerky.
Yep, beef jerky tips.
Not a rat.
We just, oh wait, we have EMF 5, we have dots, it's not a wraith. We saw all that in person, so it's an Oni or a Raiju. I don't think I've been farted on.
Okay.
On popcorns, I'm sorry. You hate popcorn? Oh, I love it. I love it. Ducks, how's it going, friend? How was the rest of your, the charity stream? I've heard they've changed the film quite a bit. Oh, between going from animated to the one now. Yeah, I heard that there's some things that changed too. I'm just going to go in with an open mind. as much as I can. Repel, escape. Okay, I'm just gonna bring in more of this for funsies. Still good? Good. I've heard the same thing. I've heard a lot of people say that it's still really good. Graham, Nick, welcome in. Okay. All right, beef jerky tips. Where you at?
Right there.
Oh. Asked and answered. All right, there's all the photos. I think he's right there. He might be. You won't show your dots again. Do the sidestepping dots, you weirdo. I want to show the friends. It was the weirdest thing, Ducks. Like, the dots are not walking normal. He's like, he was walking like through the dots like this. It was the weirdest thing. Come on, do it again.
Do it again.
Why is it so...
Okay, I'll grab the mirror.
No, I swear to God, all day. Oh, it was like a heartbeat. It went away so fast. Fine, whatever. Doing the chow chow slide. That's right. It's in Discord. Wait, what's in Discord? We do have a Discord, by the way. It is right there in chat. He is teasing us. I don't like it. He's going to burn this crucifix before he does anything else. Watch it. Oh, the clip. Oh, thank you, Tika. Why is he still over here? F off. Oh. You can turn off the tier 3 motion sensors by clicking on them?
Sir.
I didn't know that you could do that with these. I've never tried. Oh, that's lovely. I've never tried. I've never tried to do that before. Yeah, Leonardo, hello. Well, that's fun in the sun under a bun. We still need to repel and escape and all that jazz.
What?
Yeah, if it never saw you, if it never had line of sight.
I walked right past it.
But did you smudge before you walked past it?
But was
Oh,
it
hell, I don't know.
chasing you?
But did you die?
If I...
You didn't know. Oh, you didn't know that the tier 2 could make 2 lines. Yeah. Mother of bees, hello. We all learn something new all the time. Hey, how's it going out there? Owie.
Flash just got burned.
Sick burn, bruh. I didn't know that it was over here. What the? Why is it
I
here?
mean, it's pretty close to the nursery.
Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, God. The power's off. I'm going to go get it. What game mode? We're playing Nightmare. This, get this. Okay. We're doing okay. We're fine. Dub! Hear him slow down. Coach is screaming from the outside. What are you saying out there?
Knock, knock.
No one's home. Okay, we got everything. Hey, Apathy, how are you? There we go. All the things, all the stuff.
All the things.
All the things. Everyone's alive. Told you.
Ellie, you know what? Listen.
Oh, sorry, hold on.
Aldi, I swear to God, get back in the truck.
Hey! I almost died. I'm not kidding you. Like when he started hunting.
With the
and
first
I
time he hunted near us, I know.
Yeah, I was like, nah, I will bite the bullet for Flash.
Oh my God, don't bite the bullet. There's no need. Everyone's alive. We know it's a Raiju. We have all the stuffs. We out. Just punch him. Oh my God. Time Lords. Hello. Watching at work. Nice. Don't tell the boss. Roger that. I will do my best. I will do what I can. It's only 2 o'clock. It's actually, it feels, I don't know. It feels later in the day. You want to play? If you just load up Phasmo, you can play. Yeah, it's really easy. Yes.
You know, I'm not inebriated, but I did not mark the ghost.
How many times have we talked about this?
I'm sorry. Listen, when we load into the next map, I'm gonna go grab a soda.
Okay. Is there a particular map you would like to play? You gonna play a larger map?
Sure, I'll take longer to get my soda.
Well, there you go. It gives you more time.
It does.
Let's go to prison. What? Why the laughing?
Every time I ask Aldi if he wants to go to prison, he's like, I'm gonna grab the mirror and I'm gonna take myself out.
Listen, it's fine. It's gonna be quick. We're gonna find it real fast. I guarantee it.
All right.
Famous last words.
How dare you? Y'all deserve to be there, probably. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
All right, we're here.
Come on, give me orbs. Give me orbs. Let me prove them. Let me prove them right. Or prove myself right, I mean.
I've got nothing else to
Damn, I don't see any orbs. Sad. I'm going to do another lap. Come on. There he goes. It's the last time we saw Aldi. Nothing. He did open the door, though, which means the ghost can be active. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll see something move. You know? The ghost is not active until you open the door. You did not find the mirror.
I found the mirror.
What the f...
It's in an office.
Did it look like the upstairs office?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I saw a computer.
Would it possibly be inside of one of the cell blocks? Wait a minute. Is that him?
I don't think so.
Is that a light from him? Oh, it was his shoulder light. I thought that was an orb, dude. Okay. Do I have my headlamp? No. Oh, we have night vision. I didn't. Whatever. That's fine. I'll put it on.
It is not one of the cell blocks.
Oh, roger that. We'll find it this way. You saw a compooper. Oh, thank you, Mr. Song. You said you saw a computer, right? Oh, maybe like this.
Found it.
You did not. Oh my God. Yeah, it's here. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, it's right here. That's fantastic. I forgot there was even a computer in that damn room. Beautiful. How much can we figure out before Coach even gets back? Do this, this. There we go. Lucky little ducky.
Yes, I'll stay alive.
The ghost is literally in the front office room directly to the left. I'm bringing video camera, dots, and book.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Aldi found the mirror again.
God damn it.
Norma, hello. What up, Jacob? Watch every day. Appreciate it, Ravens. Thank you, thank you. This sneaky little biatch. There's an orb right in front of me, Aldi. What
Listen.
the f... Okay, did it already change rooms?
What?
The orb is out here.
Oh God.
Oh, still
What?
got breath in here.
What the hell?
What?
The orb is here. All right, we're going night vision. She immediately hits a mimic. We can leave. I might go try to find power. All right, I'm gonna go find the power.
That's what's gonna do.
All right, let's double team. Which block do you want?
I'll go A.
Okay, I'll go B. It's wandering? Yeah, but the orbs will always be in their favorite room. The orbs don't follow the ghost. The orbs don't like wander. Can you see orbs on night vision? No, that'd be too OP. Nope, not here. Anything, Aldi?
I know it's not in like visitation. Not in A.
All right, it's not in B, so it's definitely upstairs. You hate tier 3 head? I'm right here.
Oh my God.
Just letting you know, damn. You hate the tier 3 headlight. And that's the writing book I had in the lobby, right?
Yep. Picture of.
Lovely. Battle Corgi. Damn it, it's not here either, dude. What the fuck? Oh, it's fine, Agent. I'm not really worried about where every spot is that can hold dots. We can just find this together, I guess. All right, we're doing this as a team. We're both here.
Colder in the lobby.
All right. Do the honors. I used to like it. Finn, hello. Yeah, me too. I think the reason I don't like using it as much is because I don't want you guys staring at green the whole time. Yeah, Star Wrecker, hello. That's, I think, the biggest reason why. I like tier 2 as well. To me, it's more immersive. More immersive. On Joe, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Green's cool. Occasionally, not all the time. What up, Wash? All right, so. Cold, not freezing. Oh, wait. We have orbs. Duh.
What? Oh, duh.
Mayor Revy Thay. Don't trust yourself, turn it off. Very fair. Mayor Revy Thay. Yes, you should not. Yes, you should not. Sorry. That came out weird. I apologize. Hey, what's up, Axe? New to the community? Well, I appreciate you being here, friend. Make sure you join the Discord to get updates about when I do the stuff and the things. Oh, motion sensor parabolic incense. Okay, I'm going to bring in crucifix.
Where's the orb?
Did it move?
I don't see it.
Do we... Hold on.
There, okay.
There it is. What the...
Oh,
Why...
It's not visible on the top. From the top, okay.
That was weird, though. Why wasn't it visible? There, it's there now. That was weird.
Where?
Oh,
I
maybe it
don't
was
see it.
behind the motion sensor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's still in that room.
All
If I
right.
go back to cam 13. Yeah, see that?
Yeah, there it is.
It's there. There we go. Goose, thank you for the 1 year. Thank you so much. When stream, where you gonna play with viewers? I usually pick them randomly. It's not like I don't plan it a month ahead or anything like that. So we'll definitely have one this month, though. When it happens, I'll make sure to announce it. All right. Kind of want to put this one over here to protect our tush.
But
Break.
the ghost wants cake.
Okay, go offer.
I will.
All right, we'll wait here.
Hello? Oh, it's Gloria. Gloria!
Where do we think it's walking around?
Meow.
Trying to get it. I'm just pacing back and forth trying to find it. Do you have a Discord? Yes, that's why I was talking about Discord. Yep, it's right there. What? The hail?
What's a hail?
Where is it?
I have no clue.
I could go get more.
Gloria, please. Please, 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 please.
Yeah, the orb is still... Okay, You got me, dude. I don't know where it is. What up, zombie?
Still here?
Yeah, there it is. Finally. Holy hell. Wait. Oh, that was the bug. It didn't go off.
Aw, shit. Pamela.
Run! Have I checked my... No, I have not. What is it, Cam? It's in my bio, friend. If you need a link to it. We're getting the same combo over and over and over. Ay caramba. Just peeking. Kill! God damn it, kill. Listen, it's got a routine. Hi, Tash. Tash. How are you, friend? Mr. Kill. Thank you for the 39 months. He's out of product. There we go. Got it. I got the whisper.
The whisper.
All right, now we just need the bone and some photos. I kind of want to look for it. I kind of want to find it. Tash. You got 3 Onis in a row. Today, we're just getting the same combo over and over and over again. Could either be a Thay or a Revy. If we aged the living crap out of it, I don't think it would be that slow if it was a Thay. I don't think so. Good luck with the bone. Thank you. Maybe we'll get lucky. Not right now. She's not, Weirdy. No, no, no. No. She goes live regularly through the week, but she's just not live right now. All right, going upstairs to do a quick little boner search. Come on. Be lucky. Can a Thay's age reset? No, the closest thing you can get to the age changing would be like if you have a mimic that mimics a Thay, because when it does, it picks a random age for the Thay.
Why are you looking for Le Bonheur in the prison?
Because I want to get the label of a game. Oh. Pierre Escargot. Rogue, thank you for the 4 months. Caught the stream in time. How are y'all? We're doing good, friend. How are you? If this Revy sees me, if it comes upstairs and sees me, it's game over. Well, maybe not game over, but it's going to be spicy. Come on. Come on. Where's the bone? Game over, says Flash. Game over, man. I'm trying. The bone is always in a prison cell. It's always very, very random for me here. I don't ever get it in the same place.
I'm scared.
What are you scared of?
Go.
Go check one of the cell blocks for the bone. Ghosty's nowhere near that.
Ghost to Sun?
I found the bone. I'll take it. in here. Break. We're on a secret mission. Okay, run. Thank you, Kill. Oh. What are you teeing? What are you teeing?
I don't know.
All right. We just need to take 8 photos and that's perfect.
How many photos?
8.
8.
Thank you for gifting to Goofy Goober, Break. I would love Goofy Goober to stop by and say hi. Look, I searched the whole damn place for a bone. If you can't take a couple photographs.
Listen, Linda.
Go ahead.
The last time I tried to take a Revy picture, I died very quick.
Well, we don't need a Revy picture. We just need random photos. And I can bring in a bunch of salt.
Oh, okay.
Oh! Is Aldi? Wait, where's Aldi?
He said he had to go use the restroom. He said he told you.
Oh, is he in the... Was he in the truck? Was I not paying attention?
Let me look.
Gamer, thank you for the biddies. Rutro, Rutro, thank you for the 3 buds. Rutro.
He's in the prison.
What the hell was... Oh, he's in the prison. Oh, why is it not hunting? Oh, it tried. Yeah, I just see that now. I now see the crucifix got eaten. All right, when I see another boing or a hunt, then we'll go in, put the salt down.
Okay. Okay.
Aldi, I hope you're okay.
I'm fine.
Careful, it might hunt you. Hunting in 5. What are you doing?
Aldi.
What? Why are you bringing that out here?
Why did you bring it out?
I was protecting myself.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm gonna put the salt here. I'm gonna grab this smooge. I don't have a lighter. I'll be right back. At least I checked. Okay, now I have a lighter. Rookie mistake. Do it all the time. It doesn't matter how many hours you have. You're eventually going to forget the lighter. All right.
A hash.
Yeah.
I told Aldi, hi baby, and he goes, what do you want? What a dick.
It's pretty funny though.
Ow!
Yes. All right. I need crucifix, smudge, and then salt. Okay. I'm ready. Going in.
All right.
All right. This room is protected. This room is not protected.
What?
The crucifix just disappeared.
What?
I swear to God. Okay. That was dirty, dude. That was so dirty. Oh God! Oh, she's here. Get ready to smudge. That was filthy. These features better be fixed in the next update. I swear to God. Oh, it's going to be in the van. Yep. It's going to be back in the van. Phasmo crowd control. What the shit?
Done.
No, the light's still on.
Oh, that's right.
The rug in that room. It wasn't on the rug. It was here. It was there. All right, place some salt down. I need to know where it's walking. Ghosty. Maybe I just put it over here and it'll eventually hit it. I started door touch. All right. All that's down. Out of curiosity. There it fucking goes, dude. No way. All right.
What?
Oh, I just ate another one. Oh, there it is. Wait, hold on. I'm going to go get the other one. Hold on.
What?
This is the other one.
No, I just did another one. Ain't that some shit? Look at that. Classic teleporting crucies. It like dissolved into the floor. I hate it here. It's ridiculous. Oh wait, I don't want to place it out here. Oh, I want to throw it down. Okay. I think Ghosty's over there near the crucie. Oh, it walked. Ooh, do you have a camera?
I have a camera.
Ooh, we need photos. I have 9 salt over there, Aldi, by the motion sensor. Just careful, SpongeBob.
And that one pile?
Yes. Yeah, all the salt is right there.
Okay.
What? Why did you... What happened? You said you had a camera, right?
No.
Oh, I thought you said you did. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I said I didn't.
Oh. Well,
I have no idea where it is.
it's hunting. Wait, no, it's not. What the hell? Oh, it just blinked. Never mind.
Oh, wait. I remember where it is.
Did you just drop it down? Koki, thank you for the 7 months. What's up, Cash? How are you? Run, Aldi, run. This might be curtains. We might be in trouble. Worthy. We're not worthy. Welcome in. How's it going? Mandy, how are you? Freckles. Dungeons, how are you? Where's Aldi's corpse? Where did we hear him kick? Okay, it's upstairs. Is this Aldi? Yep. Oh. Hey, can you delete that photo? Thanks. Four, 5, 6. Eee. Okay. Okay. The book is full. All objectives are done. We can leave now.
Poor Aldi.
You son of a bitch.
She invented on you.
Look at the light.
Look at her.
Flash. I legit
She said,
thought I
I'm
was
not.
dead.
She said,
You
I'm
shut
not
the
done with
door
you.
and
That
I thought I was
that
dead.
wasn't me. The ghost did it when it invented on you.
Oh. Oh.
How dare you just immediately blame me?
How dare what?
Oh my God. Mandy, thank you guys for the follows. Freckles, Billiam, welcome. Thank you. Where are they? I hope your stream was good. Oh my goodness. Poor Aldi.
It's a Revy.
Yeah, it's a Revy.
I do have Revy circled.
Got it. Okay. That's perfect. That's perfect game. I feel like it's a good bet to blame you. I mean, I'm okay with taking it. Her screaming is literally you. Oh, I love it. I love it. When she gets scared in this game, it's great. Oh, it's beautiful.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Aldi, I'm sorry. I couldn't save you.
It's okay.
I heard it start charging. He was like, oh no. Oh no. Legit me screaming afterward. He went, oh, when he's stinky. Stinky. No stinky. We're doing great. We're just doing fantastic. What up, bruh? Okay. We could do a not large map if you want. Camp Woodwind sounds good. I'm okay with that.
I don't care.
When in doubt, flame flash.
Anything but the fucking camps.
What's wrong with the camp?
I hate it.
Why?
It's fine.
We're
Okay,
gonna be fine.
I love Woodwind much more than Maple.
Okay, then well there we go. See, we'll do maple. We'll do Woodwind, not maple.
Okay.
I think it's fine. Me when I play Tanglewood. Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll be fine. What could go wrong? Oh, we see the reels on Insta. Oh, I appreciate you. Please, please. Damn, I was kind of hoping for Blood Moon. Kind of, sorta.
What could go wrong, he says.
It'll be fun, they said.
It's fucking raining.
Yeah, it's
At
raining.
least it's not fog.
Maybe we'll get monkey paw and then we can change the weather.
I will
What?
sit in the fucking truck.
How dare you? Nice. Ooh, Lover's Bench. It's over at Lover's Bench. Davey! Do I need parabolic? I do. Why change a habit? Davey! Thank you for the subs! Come on, give me a whisper. What are you screaming? It was so muffled. What did you just say?
I said flash. I'm scared of fire.
Oh, okay. It was so muffled because of the parabolic microphone.
Well, Kill calls it the coach muffler. or
The coach
something, I
muffler?
forget.
Wait, why does he call it
Something
that?
like that. 'Cause it muffles me.
Oh, okay. Oh my God. Dude, Carly. Oh, I appreciate you, Dave. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. It doesn't want to talk to me. Here, do you want to talk to it?
Yeah.
All right. I'll go get crucifixes and stuff. Love the videos. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. All right, let's get a smudge and crucifix. Crucifix. There we go. Get a lighter. There we go. Ask it nicely for stuff. That doesn't work for me. No, we try. It never works. All right, I was told to ask it. I'm not placing crucifixes. I'm just throwing them down. Jesus.
This
All right.
angle, that camping chair is radioactive.
What happened?
From this angle, that camping
Oh,
chair.
the
and
radioactive
dots.
chair? Oh, that happens to these over here, too. Yeah,
Yeah,
if
it
you put
looks really
dots near
good.
those, they look crazy.
Ghosty.
Hello. The mirror absolutely showed it here. I saw breath. Chesney threatening to stay in the van is like me threatening to never go to sleep.
Did you say mirror?
Yes.
Criminy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I saw Lover's Bench, because I looked in the mirror. I'm going to bring motion sensors so we can track this biznotch. I'm also going to take one of those because I looked in the
I don't
mirror.
have your chat up, but was that Kill?
That said what? When she has the stream open, it's not muted. So she hears random stuff. Or me talking. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's walking back and forth through here. It just set off all the motion sensors. Hey! Oh my God, the door's still open. I almost pooped. You- Oh, gross. Did I hear you just like meowing your way out? Me. We still need the parabolic. What a jerk. All right, I'm gonna bring salt to check for ultraviolet. What?
No, Flash.
What?
Oh.
I guess
I
to
was
the
like, why do
follows.
we need parabolic? It talked to me. It did an event, didn't it?
Yeah, it had to have.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Mad, welcome over, dude. Should have went to Woodwind. It's fine. Look, see? We'll make it nice and cozy. Good. Look, get some lights on. Where are you? Are you here? Are you? Ooh. Writing in spirit box. Different ghosties. Be a Dio. Where are you?
Frick.
Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? It tried to eat me.
Rude.
Wow, dude, she just laughed. Do you hear that? I hope she gets caught. I hope this ghost rips her face off. No hiding. Damn. All the death barrels. Ugh.
Damn, bruh.
Diabolical laugh. She has a very contagious laugh. Her laugh is very contagious. Use the mirror for that laugh. No, I wouldn't do it. No, I can't. You should clam slam the ghost. Yeah, show it who's boss. Tunky, thank you for the raid. Welcome in.
Come get some cake, bitch.
Here it comes. Oh no. Oh no. It got Aldi. Oh no. You little bastard. You're lucky I can't see you. Seems fast, yeah? Is this a Moroi? Where did she? Oh. I've got a feeling. Oh my God, lag, stop. It's right there. That's Moroi. No line of sight, not normal speed, and it's also not a Dio. That's a Moroi. That's a Moroi. I'm bringing them back. I have no way to bring them back with a cursed possession, so we're just going to bring them back. Oh my God, I might need to restart my game. You know, it happens to the best of us. Play peekaboo, not in that spot. The death barrels, that's literally asking for it. No. No, it's called death barrels for a reason.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Why did you spam your walkie?
I didn't. I yelled when she showed up at me.
Oh, did you hit the walkie after it got you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to restart my game because it's been a little bit laggy for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm doing a restart, and then if you guys want to join right back up, and then we can keep trucking.
If you guys want to join, wow.
I'm asking if you want to. Damn, I'm just saying, if you're having fun, you keep going. If you're not, you can leave.
Fun.
Okay, good.
Fun.
God, grief. Golly gee.
Mom, Dad, stop fighting!
All right. I'll restart the game real fast.
Okay.
All right. Damn, I'm just trying to be polite.
Welcome back. I've got some.
Are the death barrels the barrels hiding next to the entrance? Yes. Yep. Though that spot is just so unreliable. It's kind of like the hiding spot in Willow in the garage. The tubs you can hide beside there. Awful hiding spot. The ghost wanders there so much. Terrible hiding spot. Always get you there. That's why I usually don't, but I figured we'd risk it because it's the only spot I had. The game always makes your screen shrink. Interesting. Ark, I hope you had a good stream. Welcome in. Diane, hello. Cowdy, welcome. Thank you for the follows. Hello. You've always had good luck. Oh, well. Maybe it's a skill issue. Could be a me problem. I'm good. Welcome, Cowdy. How are you? All right. Let's get back into a lobby. Feel fresh. Feels good. For some reason, I can't wait till they optimize the game. Can't wait. Oh, I have a good wheel spin to do. Oh, wait. Oh, I got someone to do. Oh, wait, hold on.
Flash, your shit says hacker detected, dude.
Oh, damn. That's crazy.
You gotta get,
I think it's a skill issue for me, probably. There we go. Who am I playing with? Playing with friends, but first I like to rent.
interested in doing the cash app for the levels?
Nope, I went ahead and reported you. Have fun.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Douchebag.
I've gathered a list of other hunters asking for help.
Damn. I'm doing a service. It's called a service. If anything, worst comes to worst, I mean, I have to make them, they have to spend another 10, 20 bucks to buy the game. Listen, we're out here to get rid of douchebags, am I right? You still drinking soda? I don't know if we ever made that solid or concrete. Do I know the owner of the game? I know the developer. Yeah, as a Kinetic partner, I have direct access to the development team. It's weird. It's sad. It's sad. It's pathetic. But that's why we're here. We're out here to stop them from trying to take advantage of people in lobbies. If you want to level, play the game in level. Don't go into lobbies like that and buy levels. Who are you impressing? Literally 0 people. I guess I'm a Prestige 5. I got it yesterday. Shut up. I don't get why people just... You mean you don't get... Oh, I don't get why people just don't play the game? Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, the more you play the game, the better you get. The better you get, the faster you level. Yeah. I ain't the only one who reports that kind. Oh, no, I go out of the way to do it. Yep. I go out of the way to do it. Yeah, and if you get caught doing it, then you're also going to get banned, and then you have to buy the game again. And then you'll have to pay someone like that again. Just don't do it. Hey, how are you?
That was pretty awesome.
It's so cringe. It's very cringe to do that. Very much so. Yeah. How do you spot them? Very easy. You just go into you go into public lobbies like you're going to join, and then you just look for public lobbies that say prestige for money, prestige for cash app, blah. Go in there. Whoever the first person is in the lobby, the top left is the maker of the lobby and is the one that created it that's trying to sell services. Report that player instantly. Yep. So easy to do. All right, I'm going to go ahead and report coach for selling services. Report Aldi for selling services. I hate that there's these types of issues. Maybe one day we'll get lucky and they'll implement a system that'll be able to detect when people are leveling faster than they should.
Hey!
Damn, you're delayed AF.
I am not selling shit!
That's not what I heard.
You listen.
Kill
That's illegal.
said that he's out of stuff. He needs help.
Kill. Hey, there was a big update on Schedule 1 that came out, so I'm excited, just saying.
Oh, was there? What'd they add?
Yeah. They added lockers instead of beds for employees.
Ooh, less space. Very nice.
Yeah.
Too afraid to enter lobbies to report them because I don't know how well the report system. I think it works really well. They always tell me to report in game. I think it works really well. Just do it and get out. Don't actually click ready up. Don't actually let them start the game, and you'll be fine. Well. Camp Woodwind went so well. Where do you guys want to go?
Wherever, except
Do you even read YouTube chat? No, not at all.
Maple. Except Maple.
Except Maple? How about Le Grafton?
How about what?
Grafton?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Necrofton.
I opened the game to hear very passionate. Yeah, you heard every letter of that word. Shit.
There have been new reports of a cursed object nearby.
Motherfucker!
I just love how much you hate fog.
I hate it.
It's one of my favorites. All right, let's get Firelight. Let's get...
The only reason I remotely enjoy fog is because everything is quiet in the house.
That is true. That is very,
Yeah,
very
that's
true.
it. I don't see very well. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Scorpio, thank you for the tier 1, dude. Thank you so much. Charlotte Fox, she hates it. She hates it. See no immediate orbicals. Hey. The candle upstairs is lit.
Oh. Wait, what?
None of us have been up here yet.
Are you
Are
Yeah.
you telling me that the ghost can light the fucking candles?
The ghost can light the campfires. The ghost can light the fireplaces.
When did they implement that?
A little while ago. It hasn't been, it's not forever or anything like that. It's been a little while though.
Oh my god.
I'm not seeing any orbs anywhere. I don't know which room it is though.
Right here.
Not a mare? Wrong. Mare has nothing to do with the firelight. You're thinking of an Onryo.
Is it in the bathroom? Yep. It's 8.4 in the bathroom.
All right, I need you to blow out this firelight, not that. It was when the new Bleasdale map was released. Oh, that's, oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Thank
right
you.
here.
Yeah, that's right. Hi, noob.
7.8.
Non-Rio. Pipsqueak. Pipsqueak, thank you for the tier 2 for 3 months. Coach is a little bit behind. Just sometimes. It's because she's listening to my chat. I mean, she's listening to stream. Aldi, you looking for a boner jam?
Yep.
Hobbit, hello. What do we need? We need to repel ghost events. I'm gonna bring some salt and a crucifix. That looks good. I thought you already greeted. Oh, that's not nice. She's gonna delayed yell at you here in a second, Kill. Is that in here? And it lit the thing again. Where are you?
Cal!
There it is.
Why'd she choose me? What did I do? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? EMF 5. E. Okay. EMF 5.
Oh, sweet.
Granny wanted you to taste her. I don't want to do that. Oh, wait. I can't see inside the room. Oh. Oh, did I just see dots?
Sure did.
Oh, look, do you see this little sliver of doorway? So it was over here, and I panned it back over here, and I just saw it walk through. It's Scooby-Doo its ass across the doorway. Wraith, Oni.
That's amazing.
Gorio, right? Wait, hasn't walked in that salt, has it? No, I think he saw it in person. I don't think it's a Gorio. Yeah.
It has walked in the salt now.
What the? Miss Coffee, hello. Craig, thank you for the membership, dude. What a turd.
Am I just looking for a bone that's already been picked up?
I don't think I picked up a bone. Coach, you haven't picked up a bone, have you?
No.
Okay, I'll do a little switch. What up, King? Well, shit. I need a flashlight. It's gonna be a little bit easier that way. Reggie.
I just heard the bear get.
Yeah, hate that. I said hate that. So it does it again. Looking at Oni Raiju. I need a flashlight. I can't see.
EMF 5? Did we?
Yeah, EMF 5 and dots. I'm doing good, King. How are you? All right, let me help find this bone. We have a sneaky boner jam. Any Raijus today? I don't know. We're getting a lot of the, even after restarting the game, I'm still getting a lot of the same stuff. I do have a smudge. Yes, okay, good. Interesting.
Where the hell is it?
I don't know. We have a hidden boner. Usually they stand out a bit, but sometimes you get one that'll tuck behind different stuff and it's a little harder to...
Here, we got.
Nice! Found it.
It was in the closet where the Ouija board usually is.
Ah, okay.
It was a hand, so it was like it didn't stick out.
Roger. And Dodger. Okay, repel. What was the cursed? Oh.
Cards.
Well, I mean, you know. Coach. Have you just pulled one? Well, I gotta wait for everyone to be in there. It's a group effort. Come on, come pull cards. Come on.
Oh fuck.
You mean yay?
Oh shit. Yeah, yay. I just ran into the freaking step.
All right, let's light up the situation a little bit. There we go. I'll put a
Alright,
crucifix over here in case
and-
it hunts on top of us or something silly.
All right. You ready?
Wait. Do we have a ghost photo already?
What?
Oh, we do. Okay. Nice.
You ready?
I was born naked. Let's do this.
Fuck me.
Come here, Spicy.
I don't hear speeding up. I think it's an Oni. Starting and restarting servers. It doesn't matter. Draptor, it doesn't matter. If you report those people, it's fine. You report them and then they'll still get banned. It doesn't matter. Because their name is attached to their Steam, in which they can go to their Steam and then they can pull their ID and then they're banned. Easy. Easy peasy, dude. So if they change their name, they change it, it doesn't matter. It's still attached to them. There also wasn't the base boost in the heartbeat. Yeah. You see, it's really visible. Very visible. It flags their account. Correct, Grim. Yes. Funky Blue, thank you for the 4 months. All right. Let's go again.
Is Aldi's dead, by the way.
Wait, what?
Aldi's dead.
Wait, why'd you do that?
But what?
All right, fine. I'll pull a High Priestess.
You know what? You know what? No.
All right, that might. Okay, okay. Listen.
I heard him yell.
Yeah.
Shit! I didn't have a lighter.
Oh no, Aldi. Oh no.
Do not like.
Ooh, Sam, I am. We were distracted by talk.
Is it my
Yeah.
turn?
Yes. Bring him back. Bring him back.
Motherfucker.
Was she just standing? Are you clam slamming?
Uh-uh.
Man, I hope you live. Be really sad if you didn't. Oh shit! Listen, I'm gonna keep pulling cards. Coach, look out. I need a smudge. I need a smudge for safety. I need a smudge. Oh man. Talk it. All right, I have one left. Get some lanterns in there for funsies. Hey Pack, what's up? Sebastian! Thank you for the super chat, homie. Appreciate you. Coach got tired. She's taking sleepies. Oh, Matt, is 2 High Priestess possible? Yes. Am I gonna get it? No. Oh, I see why you died. You had a crink in your neck. Oh, I see it. Yeah, look. Yeah, she got a crink in her neck. Oh my god. Oh, I hear the fridge. All right, let's try this again. This is your fault. It's hunting again. There should be a smudge upstairs. Oh, that's right. Because Aldi didn't have a lighter. Fair play. Very, very true. I could go get it just to be safe. What is with the blinkies? Looks like one of those I Fell commercials. She needs what's it called? It's a Lifeline? No. Maybe? Help, I've fallen. Life alert. Life alert. That's what it's called. Oh. Hi, Aldi. Thanks for the smudge, Aldi. Miss you. I've fallen and I can't get up. All right, Ghost. I need you to relaxy taxi. That's not helpful. Don't you dare start hunting. I have 25 sanity. I have 50. Look, I tried, dude. All right. No, relaxy cab. No, it's not. Ah, whatever. It's fine. Off we go. I tried. I couldn't bring it back. It's only okay. Bye. No, card said nay. The cards absolutely chose death about 4 or 5 times. It certainly did. And then it literally got it twice.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Stupid cards.
Lol.
I had no idea that you even passed Aldi. And then someone said they heard you say something about not having a lighter.
Yeah, I forgot a lighter.
Yeah, that happens to the best of us. It's okay.
It does. Flash has done it. I've done it.
I do it often. Guys, ads are about to play, by the way. It'll play when we're getting this set up. Just heads up. Just a heads up.
Listen, I made a
Restricted.
decision. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm down,
Hell
Charlie
yeah.
Brown. I'm indecisive.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Break. What's up? All right. Let's ride. Sunny Meadows restricted. Oh, it's so quiet.
We've arrived. Check the
What?
equipment and get
It's
set
very
up
quiet.
before
Sunny.
investigating.
Sunny,
is.
it's some.
Sunny at Sunny.
No report this time. Be careful.
Let's
Going
ride.
in
We
blind.
ride at dawn, bitches.
All right.
Oh, my favorite weather.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can fix that.
Don't you fucking dare.
Hold on.
Don't you dare!
Let's see what he gets. I'm watching the chapel to see him go for the curse object. Jamie, thank you, friend. Is it music box?
Yeah.
Knew what it was from where he was going.
I'm taking a break.
Where are you taking a seat? Oh, right here.
This bitch is downstairs. What?
Did you hear it?
No, the wings are blocked off.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Hospital wing.
I wondered about how you keep enjoying the game. I played a lot with some friends around 2 or 3 months. It seemed to just drop in enjoyment. Well, if you're not enjoying the game, you need to ask stop it, Ron. Stop. If you're not enjoying the game, you need to ask yourself what you originally liked about the game. What was it that made it fun for you? I hear nutting. Stop it, Ron. Stop. I like being scared the hell out of. Well, eventually that's gonna, if that's what you're here for, you're playing fast because you want to be scared the hell out of, that's not the way to play this game because it's only gonna happen every so often. I mean, eventually you're gonna become Aldi. Did she try to touch you?
Load in my pants. She touched me. She gave me a kiss.
She gave me a kiss. I turned around. Oh my God. It's an MMA fight, dude. Oh my God. All right, we'll leave that there. Oh, I don't have a headlamp on.
Now kiss.
Now, Kath.
Not a ghost photo though.
Hi, Yeting. What was I saying about it? So, with the game scaring you, I mean, you're inevitably going to get hit when it comes to events and things like that and the hunts. But eventually, it's not going to get you as much anymore. And if what made you love the game was you being scared of it, I would highly suggest that you find games, indie games, that are going to scare the piss out of you. And there's a lot of them. Yeting, thank you. Allie, welcome in. What was the cursed? Music box. It was a music box. Ads finishing now. Good. All right, we do not have stuff there, so let's get stuff there. We'll bring camera, we'll bring crucifix, and I'm gonna bring... Not the dots. Nope.
It's still, like, warm down here.
Well, it evented Aldi from that room, I believe. You just realized there's a headphone warning? Yep. Got scared and fast. Probably not the hardest to scare. Again, it's all about what your purpose is. Why are you playing a game? And if the whole purpose for you is to get scared, I would definitely suggest trying out a lot of different games that are in the horror genre. I'm not only playing Phas to get scared. I'm playing Phas to do the puzzle while also experiencing the horror, while also playing with friends, you know? Why is there a headphone warning? Because I'm playing with Coach. Where do we think it is?
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. We're all the way down in the morgue.
No breath. Imagine playing this game with friends. Imagine. I have no breath in here.
It's like 20 degrees.
Wait a minute. Orbs, side room. Over this way, Aldi, back towards the front of this area. Here. Yep. We have orbicles. It's just you were close enough for her to event on you. I still didn't grab a headlamp. Son of a bitch. Was that UV on the light switch? Oh, was it? Maybe. Maybe I was late. It might have been. That's a good call, noob. I'll have to double check again. Yeah. Honoris, what's up, dude? We'll leave that there. Okay, we'll be back. Meow. Who are you meowing at? Yeah, it's nightmare, so we're gonna have 2 pieces of evidence. Is it easier to start with Phas with friends or by yourself? I would say friends. I would say friends because then you're going to have more courage to go into the map and do things. That's just my opinion. I think, but again, that's my take on it. I think that by you starting with friends and then eventually trying out solo is the way to go. You don't have to though. You can do solo the whole damn time. It doesn't matter. Or play multiplayer the whole time. What other horror games do I like? Tons. It just depends. We play lots of different games. I have an entire section on the tubes that's games that are not Phas related. I started with tier 3. Started with the higher tier stuff. It makes it a lot better. I get so impatient when solo. Fair. Very fair. Enhance.
I swear to God, it's been so long since I've heard you say that.
You were standing at the keyboard doing it. Come on. That was spot on.
I know. Oh, that's right. We have orbicals.
We do have orbicals. We have some stuff we haven't checked for.
Okay.
All right, I have spirit box, book, and salt. I think we can collect. I think we can collectively agree we hate high school. We're gonna have a select few that do like it. Does the curse only spawn in the chapel? Yes, and here it does. On the larger maps, all of the I got my headlamp. I got it. All of the cursed possessions will spawn typically in one room, so that way you're not having to travel across the whole damn map. Uh-oh. It just tried to hunt. Where are you? No footsies. I gotta be ready. It's gonna hunt again, probably. All right, bought me a second or two. Wait a minute. Did I start that late? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Writing. Run, run, run as fast as you can. We'll get upstairs. Can't wait for the video on perfect games in high school. Wait, what? Go out here for a sec. Mayor Revy Thay. Uh-oh. Overdue for a cemetery, church, or a crypt map? We'll see. I don't know if they're going to do that or not. I've played Phas probably like 4 years at this point. Just a vented on her. And it's saying dirty little secrets in my ear. What are the chances of another rev? At this point, I don't even know. Orbs, yes. Ooh, there is. Lovely. Reason I can see them not doing a... Yeah, possibly California. Hard to say. Yeah. Mousy, welcome in. Q, thank you for the follow. Hi. Where are you?
You want me to hold you?
I'm playing on Nightmare. Playback. Yeah, they're just getting back into Phas after a while. They've played tons of Phas. They just haven't played in a while. So we wanted to slowly get back into it with some pro and Nightmare games, which are my jam. I love. Why is this thing not hunting?
I mean, both crucifixes are down there, but at least burned once each.
Oh, okay. She's, look at her. On a mission.
No, thank you.
Lots of whispers. I hate that I'm always at work when Coach streams. I think I've made literally one of hers. It can be tough.
This hooker.
It can be tough to catch everybody you want to. It really can, especially based on your schedule and theirs. Bro, another Revy. Really? We even restarted the game. Why? Waveful. Slotty, thank you for the guys for the follows. Hello. Amber, I swear, dude, it's been the same ghost over and over. He's done.
I am so sorry. What ghost is it?
It's a Revy.
That doesn't freaking surprise me.
I don't know why we keep getting Revies. Where's sweet, sweet Aldi? I think he lived.
Aldi.
I thought I heard it slow down.
Yeah.
Wait, let me go see if his little dots over here. Oh, I don't think he's doing so hot, coach.
Oh no.
No Aldi dot.
Yeah. Damn it, Aldi.
We can't bring him back. It's, oh, hi, Aldi. There he is. Yeah, he's got a bell.
Hi, Aldi.
All right. Well, we're not going to finch it. We know what it is. We just get out.
Freaking Revy.
Yeah.
All right.
Ay, caramba. You can see people on the map. Yeah, they show up as little dots. I can show you on the next map. I'll show you the next one. So if you're curious where a player is, maybe they're being silent because they're being hunted or something like that, you can see where they are.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
She
Aldi, I'm
started
sorry.
right on top. No, she started right on top of me.
Yeah, I heard
Oh,
her
no.
steamroll and then got slow. I thought you made it out. I thought maybe you had a smudge.
Yeah, she was like right on top of me in the hiding spot.
You mean you don't
Normally
scream
like
at them
that
from across the
when
map?
they're
Oh, of course we do.
I'm so sorry. It's Sunday. I gotta be careful.
Wait, be careful about what?
Oh, I was gonna
That's-
say Aldi usually likes it when they're on top of him.
Oh
And then-
my.
Not like that.
Yikes. Yikes. All right. I don't know how you guys are feeling. Do you want to do like one or two more?
Sure.
Sure. All right. Is there any preference on this one? Do you want to do like a point hope?
I was gonna say no point hope, but
I'll
YOLO,
do-
let's
I'll-
do it.
I love it. She's feeling risky for the biscuit and I'm digging it. I like it.
Right.
Biscuits.
Mm.
Oh,
Wait,
God.
where from?
The store?
There are good and bad ones.
Like just jumbo buttermilk.
That's fine, I guess.
You can make a breakfast sandwich out of them.
Yeah, but that's why I go to Cracker Barrel and I buy their biscuit mix and I make it
Oh.
with that.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
Cracker Barrel.
Okay.
Ah. I'm so sorry, Flash.
It's so good. It's so good. Hi,
know.
Shanna. Coach dying on the stairs to the audio glove.
Oh my god.
They said fancy ass biscuits. Listen, they're so good. They're worth it. They're worth it. Chiba.
What?
she was ready. It disappeared.
I have yet to see it ready up on my screen.
Saw it for like a split second.
Can you
So
unready
in
and
her
ready again? It could have been a bug.
defense, She was ready.
It could have been. You have anything, do you have anything
No.
to say for yourself about that?
I'm ready.
Damn. I kind of got her. You don't like biscuits? Oh, I love them.
You know, I'm just gonna stop talking when we're in the lobby.
Why?
Investigating.
No,
Everyone would miss your angel voice. Don't say that.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, all right,
God damn,
okay, all right.
okay.
Biscuits and gravy? Ooh. Delish. Gonna stop talking. Is that even possible? Red Lobster biscuits are damn good. Jack, thank you for the follow, man. What do we got?
it's locked.
Someone locked the shower again. Sick bastards. Oh, they're all the hiding spots down here are blocked. Oh, we got this one. Yep, that's the only hiding spot down here. Roger that. I hate it when the shower's locked. Ooh, but the power's here. There we go. Nice. So the nice thing about using a parabolic on this map is that you can hear the floor above and below if you're using a tier 3. So it can be a nice way to find Ghosty.
Take a shower.
Oh, you're gonna have to try to do it with the sink.
Oh,
That's exactly what they call that. I mean, if she's feeling spicy, whatever. Nothing so far. My God, Ghost, don't do this. It's going to be all the way upstairs, man. I don't see anything moved. Hi.
Hi.
Bruce, where is it?
Right there. Oh.
Auto click the shark. No. Steal the shark. Good, you should. Bruce should always be saved. Oh my God. Game, please relax. I've got nothing. I have no idea where this thing is. Watch it be like on the first floor. Oh, that's what I hear. Yeah, the 24th is the update. The Chronicle update. Yeah, Melon, welcome in. The paw. I wish to trap the ghost. The ghost might hunt in the next like 20 to 30 seconds. Just a heads up. Bormare, thank you for the 6 months, tier 3. It has to be hunting, right? Yeah, okay. I don't hear anything. What? Okay. So it's down here somewhere. Oh, hi.
Hey, how are you?
Any idea where it started?
Can't be certain, but it sounded slow.
Okay.
Question mark?
Do we have breath? Nowhere. Aldi, first floor.
Go figure.
Yep, I found a locked door at the front door. Like, not the front door, the door next to the front door. But why didn't it give us anything that entire time?
Like 3 doors next to the front door.
Fate, thank you for 32 months. You guys okay in there? What the hell? I saw the red light from here.
Yeah, child offended.
Oh, the map. Oh, yeah. All right. Is Coach up there somewhere?
Question.
Let's see. Do I have a little dot somewhere? Let's see. No. Not
Did I hear?
you might have. Oh, there she is. I found her. She's all the way upstairs. Are you hiding in the locker? Michaela, thank you for the 30 months at tier 2. Yeah, you see her? I think you're okay.
No.
There she goes. Look. I'm just following her as she comes downstairs. Okay, she's going in there. All right, next. There she comes. There she goes. All right. Next floor. There she comes. There she goes. All right. Oh. Going to check the bathroom. I don't know what she's looking for. Going around the tub.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
What happened?
It's hunting.
Oh no, Coach isn't behind the tub again, is she?
Okay, it's done.
Roger that. Got her. Got her. Hold on, I'm gonna remove this for now. There we go. Oh no! Aldi, I was too late! Oh, she started from the other room. I wouldn't have gotten her anyway. I'll put these here. Wait. Get smudge, nerd! I can wish for life. I can wish for life. How rude. How rude. Coach, we have problems. I think it might be done. Creepy little a-hole. Nope, it's not done. Underworld, thank you for the subs, friend. Oh, I can see. Is his body over the toilet? Oh my god. Look, it's over here. You missed it a little bit. Is it in this room? I think it might be. Give me the other crucifix. Give. Put this one. Oh yeah, there's my breath. Yikes. All right. What's in here, Aldi? Dots. Flashlight. That there. Give me this. Hard to tell about the UV. Put this here. There. Please go upstairs. Tater chip, help. Tater, help. This ghost is mean, Tater. Damn kids. Underworld, thank you so much for the subs, friend. wish you had a better little peephole. Like, I wish you could go up here and the little thing would be there so you could look out. Throw me at the ghost. Callie, thank you for the biddies. Dark. I don't know if it's done or not. I can't. Oh my God. Dr. Mew. Why, where did it hunt from, by the way? Coach, you alive? I think I just ate the crucifix. Banana, what's up? Madison, hello. Thank you guys for the biddies. Thank you. No, I'm not alive. Oh. Oh. She was a little quiet. All right, I'm going to bring double smudge and salt. I'm going to try to live. She may not be alive. This is what I've also heard. Okay, Ghost, I need you to not hunt me right away because I'm going to go by you, okay? Okie dokie. Walk in the salt, idiot. Do it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I got it. Footsies. Thank you. Power. Monkey paw time. Ew, a child. Hey, little sis. Luca, welcome in. Hello. We go upstairs. We run. We run. We are bringing one of them back. Am I going to live? I don't know. When you wish for life with the monkey paw, it is a 50-50 chance of you not making it. It guarantees that someone else comes back, but you're taking a chance of you taking your own life in the process. So, we're going for it. I wish for life. I lived. I actually lived. I never live with that. Where's Coach? Ooh, there's hiding here. Not hunting. Is she still by the tub? You only lived once? It's... You sounded like Forky coming to life from Toy Story.
I am so scared. I couldn't find my way out.
She said, "Boo!" She sounded like Voldemort. They said you sounded like Voldemort. I can hide here, right? Yeah. Yeah, we're good. A boy who lived. What ghosts are we vibing with? I have no idea. The only thing I know is we have ultraviolet. That's it. Can she wish for life also? No, it's a one time. The monkey paw wishes are a single use. I run. I run. Hey, what's up, Jess? They are single use. All right, it's done. All right, HR killing stuff. Where are you? Hello?
What do we do?
Phantom? Spirit box, ultraviolet dots. What is it not giving me? I have ultraviolet, so it's spirit box or dots. Hey, what's up, Trippy? Am I late? No, you are right on time for you, friend. It is Angie. I have tried. I feel like I've tried spirit box, haven't I?
What is going on?
It's an angry little elf. All right. We need to check spirit box.
Excuse me.
I thought I checked. Maybe I did not. I'm pretty sold on a phantom, though. That looked pretty not visible.
I was hiding and she found me.
Ooh, we need motion sensor anyway. Okay. Was Coach trying to echolocate the spirit box? She might have been. Wait. Oh, there's... Okay. So we'll get this guy.
I'm really sorry. I'm garbage at this game now.
You are not garbage at the game. Here, take 2 of those and you'll be fine.
Okay.
It's just been a while. Irish, hello.
It's been a hot minute.
It's been a minute. You'll be fine. All right, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to get motion sensor. We're going to figure out what the ghost is. And then we're going to leave and get money. And we're going to go home.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Welcome in. How are you? Even though we took Sandy, it still might, you know. All right. Going in hot.
So she's here?
Somewhere here.
Oh my god.
Wait, what motion sensor just went off? This one? Smudging.
Okay.
That should have done it. If not, I'll die. All right. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Oh, it was taking a wee. Knew it.
It was taking a wee?
Yep, taking a wee.
I mean, all right.
All right, I'm cool with Phantom.
All right, I got Phantom too.
All right, let's ride.
Let's roll.
Taking a wee. No, she didn't retire from Phas. No, she just got into playing other games. She plays lots of different stuff. Lots of different games. Taking a wee. All right, Aldi, make sure you have Phantom. Watch it be a mimic. You don't say that. Shush. Far too many games. Yeah, there's way too many.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Poor Aldi. He just wanted to go potty.
Oh my
Just
god.
poop in peace.
Poop and peas. Yep, that's what we do. Poop and peas.
That's hilarious.
How long did that all last? Wait, how long did what last? Trippy, thank you for the follow. Oh, my Lanta. It is, honestly, it is almost 4 for me. That might be the last one for today.
All right.
If you guys are cool with that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
No,
Well,
you must stream for
how
12 hours.
dare- Oh my
Jesus.
god. No, Flash.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry, Jesus Flash or Flash Jesus. I don't know whatever I'm calling you.
We need to figure out what game we're playing next, though. Whether it's this or not.
The other
You know-
side.
The other side, I would be down to play that. I also want to do a revisit to Forewarned at some point.
Only if you stay out of the sarcophaguses.
What do you mean?
Sarcophagi.
Why? I'm a sarcophagus kind of guy. What's
I
wrong with
don't
that?
know.
Come on. It's good stuff. What's wrong?
Yeah. Okay, sure. I might need to reinstall it. I don't know.
I would absolutely be down for us playing other side here soon. I feel like I still need to dive into that game. We can.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. All right. We will make a plan. We'll figure it out. I appreciate you guys
All
so
right.
much.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
I'm
for
so
inviting us
glad.
along. That was
I'm
great.
so
Yes.
glad you're able to join. It was way before bedtime.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. 'cause
Yeah.
We're old.
I know. It's okay.
Just because we're old.
Ooh.
Get off our lawn.
Bye. Thank you, friends.
Bye.
Bye. I love them. What's up, random? Maddie, Spoon, thank you guys for the follows. Hello. Yes, please go follow these two amazing, lovely, fantastic, wonderful beings. I've known them for so long. And they are absolutely homies. I love them. I love them. Coach plays all kinds of stuff now, which is great. Super, super awesome. Blueprints. If I add it to the list of playing it again. Yeah. Halogen, thank you. I appreciate you guys. But what we're going to do is we're going to go find someone to say hi to. So Tiki Tax and YouTubes, thank you guys so much. Quick hacker check. Oh, yeah, I can do that.
I've gathered a list of other hunters asking for help.
Nah, we're looking good. Everything looks okay. We're fine. Oh, it's that guy. Oh, I reported him. Okay, he'll get banned soon. It's fine. It's fine. You're just loading up blueprints. Night Raptor, thank you so much for the subs. Oh my word. Hi, Dahlia. Love you, friend. It was so fun watching Jackbox. We were talking about how I want to eventually bring one of those up on stream again. It's been a long time. Long time. Thank you, Sephiroth. Thank you. Night Raptor, you're such a homie. All right. Tiki Tax, YouTube. Appreciate you. Let's go find someone to say hi to. Yeah, we're going to go see the Lilo and Stitch movie today. So I'm excited. I always love going to the movies. We don't go that often. But guys, if you're not in my Discord link is in the chat right now. Don't mind the spam. I know I'm breaking my own rules. The rest of the socials are there. YouTubes and Tic Tacs and Blue Sky, all the things. I'm excited to see it. Really hope you can. I do too, Dahlia. I'm going to definitely check my schedule, friend. I'll make sure. Yeah. Yep. Join at the end. That's okay. Hey, better late than never. Appreciate the follow, dude. Facts. Hard facts. Jealous, enjoy. I'm excited. The kiddos are excited. Everybody's excited. What we're watching Lilo and Stitch, the live action. I have not seen it yet. Boop, 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 doop, doop. Is it new? I mean, it's in the movie. It's in movie theaters. So yeah, it is pretty new. Thank you, Vertex. All right. Coco, thank you for the bits. And thank you guys for all the subs today. I don't know why Twitch is doing the discounted thing. I don't understand why it's happening, but hey, it's an awesome thing and I'm not upset about it. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate it so much. Let us know. I absolutely will. Of course, I will give you guys my critique. I'll give you a nice little critique when the movie's over later today. Thank you guys. I'm excited. Get to eat some poppycorn. All my kids are talking about is candy. I'm like, listen here, guys. Listen here, ladies and germs. Flash never tells us his opinions. How dare you? Hazel, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Oh, I forgot I added my quick actions over here. Do. One large popcorn. I'm not taking orders. Side of those Reese's. What do you mean those Reese's? You mean Reese's Reese Pieces, or do you mean like Reese cups? There is a difference. Cherry ice. Hush your butt. What I do love about our movie theater is it has a beer wall. I'm not taking part in it. While my wife is pregnant, have I had a single beer since she's been pregnant? Maybe not. Because she can't have any, I have not had any. Large blue slush. Yeah. My wife is, she's due to pop this month. And she's a surrogate, so it's for somebody else. Yeah. A goo slushy. It's exciting. She's ready. She's ready. She's ready to go. She's ready to go. She said, I'm good. she's getting tired, all this stuff. Yeah. It's just awesome that she has the ability to do that. That's one of the best things. Yes, coach. Mrs. Flash is pregnant and Flash is not the father. And she's not the mother. You almost screamed. What? I'll message you? Okay. Is your window open again? Is it a boy or a girl? It's a boy. Didn't have the ability because all the kids. I got you. I understand. Yeah, we got very lucky with our 3 kiddos that the pregnancies and the birth and everything was so smooth. Everything went really, really well. It's always open. My God. What will I name the baby that is not mine? I'm fairly certain we're not going to be naming the child. We want no more children. No. Nope. We have 3 of our own. We want no more. Hence why this one is being given to somebody else. No shot. We want no more. Name it. I think some of you in chat don't know what the word surrogate means. Do a quick Google and then return and we'll talk. It all sounds very wrong out of context. Fair enough. Yeah, it does. It certainly does. Sax! Thank you for the 4-month prime. Yeah, we're super excited, man. Super, super excited. I'm excited for them. If anything, we're just so excited for them. Google do be Frito. It do be Frito. Right, Fritos. You heard me. Crystal, hello. You know what? I know where we're gonna go. So, as for things that are coming up, plans and whatnots, next stream is tomorrow. That has not changed. That's the norm. So Mondays, I always do the weekly, and then we'll see what I'm doing after. Wednesday, I was planning to finish off Midnight Walk. What I might do is I might do that tomorrow. So we might do the weekly, and then after the weekly's done, I might switch over and do the Midnight Walk. And then maybe Wednesday, I can do something different, maybe a spooky game. Friday is Friday the 13th, yes. And this upcoming Friday, I'm going to be joining a friend on her stream to play with her and a bunch of others. Our amazing, lovely, fantastic Moon Bunny is going to be having a celebration stream. So she was ever so gracious to ask us to join, and I'm excited. It'll be fun. We're going to play Repo. So people were asking when the next time we were going to play Repo. Friday. I'm playing it again on Friday. You ever seen this guy on YouTube called Flash? No, he sounds like a nerd. Murder Bunny. Yeah, that's her. Can I play Blueprints on Wednesday? I don't know. Blueprints has just kind of lost its steam for me. Mr. Kill, on the other hand, he's been playing Blueprints like crazy. He loves it. He's been playing the crap out of it. Are local tattoo shops doing half-price spooky tattoos? Oh, I would think about actually indulging. We'll be around until next Sunday due to time zones. Oh, catch up on YouTube, Halogen. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Brandy. Yes. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. As he just went live. Did he really? He did just go live. He did just go live. Yeah, Kill's going to be playing Blueprints. Please make sure you guys go check him out. He's another one of the amazing Midnight Society members. Blueprints, if you don't know what Blueprints is, it's a puzzle game. It's really neat. It's like a one-of-a-kind kind of game. I don't know of any others that are really like it. Want to get one so bad? I would love to get one. I haven't had a tattoo since I was 18. Think you'll ever put in channel point betting things? Like, will I ever do gamble? We do it once in a while. We do it once. Are you talking about the thing that I want to do? That's just a matter of finding somebody that can do it. I just haven't found anybody that knows how to do that. The thing that I want to do is the ghost guessing, but where points matter. Like, as in when I say points matter, I mean like points and timing matter. As in, the sooner you guess the ghost correct, you get more points. I just haven't found anybody that knows how to do that. And I can't. You have 26 tattoos? Damn, that's awesome. When you get one, Mrs. Song said, why? You're too hairy for it. Thank you, Mrs. Song. I have played Cabin Factory. Yeah, I have a video on that. Yeah, I need to work on my Goosebumps video. I played Goosebumps. I need to make that video. I'll work on it, I promise. And then I'll get that posted. So if you didn't see, there's a Goosebumps video, a Goosebumps game that came out in 2020. And we went and played it the other day, and it was awesome. It was nostalgia galore. And I loved it so much. So much. Slappy. That's him. All right, guys. We're going to go raid Moon because we're going to be playing with Moon this Friday. And if you guys don't know who Moon is, she is Amazeballs. She's also playing with our amazing friend Phoenix. There's so many friendos you guys need to check out. Anytime you raid, I seem to never go with. Well, we are going to be raiding Moon Bunny VT. That is her name on Twitch. Okay. We'll get it posted here. All right. Friends, if you're a follower, the first one's for you. If you're a sub, that one's for you. If you're a creepy tier 3, that's for you. And also, if you are a sub, do not forget to link your Twitch to Discord. So that way you guys can get the role in Discord, but also get the channels because I have sub channels in there. We do voting occasionally. I'll give you guys updates occasionally that I don't usually post to general chat. But yeah, there she is in chat. That's her name. If just in case you miss it, if you don't get brought with, which that's just a Twitch thing sometimes. She gives great hugs. I've met Moon in real life. I've met Moon IRL. I got to meet her at DahliaCon. It was wonderful. All right, friends, we're going to do a quick raid. I'm going to go hang out with the fam. I will keep you posted about what I think about the Lilo and Stitch movie. I promise. I promise. And then tomorrow we might do the weekly and then possibly Midnight Walk. Hi, Papa Smurf. That was a Japanese Rickroll. You son of a bitch. Wednesday, I'm still not sure what I'm doing. I've got to decide that. And then Friday, we're playing Repo. Hello? Hi, Papa. Good to see you, dude. All right. Thank you all so much for an amazing stream. You guys are amazing. We're going to go say hi to Moon. She's Amazeballs. I see that some of you have already made your way over there, which is hilarious. She probably is thinking that she's getting partially botted. So let's go ahead and raid now. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.